Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to learn about the topic of laws of motion. Laws of motion. So in the previous lesson we have learned about kinematics. The kinematics is nothing but whatever we have learned that a body we have studied about moving of the object, but we didn't study about what about behind that mechanism of moving of a object. That's we are going to learn today. Our topic is laws of motion. So, what is laws of motion? So, in this laws of motion, we have used force. Force. So, what is meant by force? Why it is so important? So, force is nothing but force is a vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity which is an external agent or external force tries to change the motion of the object which is at rest or produced to change the state of motion, produced to change its shape of the body, that is called force. So in this force we have divided in two types: contact forces, non-contact forces. What are those? Student is contact, non-contact. So, what are the contact forces? The contact forces as friction, tension, like that. They are contact forces. Tension, friction, like that. What are the non-contact forces? The non-contact forces are nothing but electrostatic force, weight, gravitational force, electrostatic force. These are the contact forces. So now we are coming to the point Newton's laws of motion. There is a basic three laws of motion. What are those? Newton's first law. Another thing, second law. Third one is third law. So what is the Newton's first law of motion? This is very important. Okay. Now we are going to learn about Newton's first law of motion. So what is Newton's first law of motion? The Newton's first law of motion is nothing but a body is continuous said to be a state of motion or state of rest until external force acting on it. That is called Newton's first law of motion. What is that? A body is continuous said to be state of rest or uniform motion until external force acting on it. This is called Newton's first law of motion. So this is another name is called law of inertia, also called as law of inertia. So here mentioned inertia and the time. What is meant by inertia? The inertia is nothing but inability of a body to change its state of motion or state of rest by itself. It is called inertia. So, what is meant by inertia? The inability So what is meant by inertia? So the inertia is the inability, the inability of the body to change its state of rest or motion by itself is called inertia. Okay, inability means it cannot able to move. Okay, or it cannot able to stop by itself. This is called inability of the body to change its state of motion or state of rest by itself. It's known as inertia. So mass is measuring of the inertia. Mass is measuring inertia. So this means, what does this mean? Means greater mass have greater inertia, which is means we have to produce greater force. Okay. So these are the three types. What are those? Inertia, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. What are the types? Inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Okay, so what is meant by inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction? The inertia of rest is nothing but the inability of a body to change its state of rest by itself. It is known as inertia of rest. What does this mean? Enable. Inability of your body to change its rest by itself. It is known as inertia of rest. Okay. Inertia of motion, the inability of the body to change its state of motion by itself. State of motion by itself. It is called inertia of motion. What is the inertia of direction? Inability of a body to change its state of direction. That's it. What is the Newton's second law of motion? What is definition of Newton's second law of motion? The Newton's second law of motion is nothing but the linear momentum is directly proportional to sum of net external forces. Sum of net external forces. Okay, this is called Newton's second law of motion. The linear momentum is directly proportional to net forces. It's called Newton's second law. Okay, what is this meaning? So P is directly proportional to net external force. Simple. That's it. So now we consider, everybody knows what is Newton's second law. F is equal to mv. But how? How? F is equal to mv. By using this definition, we can derive F is equal to mv. Okay. So now we derive F is equal to mv. Okay. So what is this? Linear momentum is directly proportional to net forces. So simple. F net directly proportional to P. So what is the meaning of P? P is nothing but moment. What is meant by moment? The momentum is nothing but the product of mass and velocity. Is nothing but mass into velocity. P is nothing but mass into velocity. So how can we say mass into velocity? Whenever you, a simple example, whenever you take a small bullet, if that bullet is at rest, so whenever you are knocking like this, the bullet is at rest. Whenever it rests, it doesn't hurt you. But if the same bullet you have fired from the gun, it will be hurt you. So that is the momentum. So it has some force and mass and velocity also. Okay. So now we consider F naught is nothing but F naught proportional to delta P by delta T. Okay. We have taken proportional constant. So then K into delta P by delta T. Now applying limit, because of it is we have to discussing small interval delta. So then limit delta T tends to 0, delta P by delta T. Then how can you write it like this? K is equal to dP by dt. What is the meaning of P? M and U. K is equal to K into mv by dt. D by dt is the differential operation. You can use UV method. So like this, K into dm by dt into V plus dv by dt into m. So where m is constant, where m is constant, if m is constant, then what? F is equal to K into, if m is what is the constant of the differentiation? 0. Then what is term we have remaining? dv by dt into m. dv by dt into m. What is the meaning of dv by dt? A. K into m into a. So if m is equal to 1 kg, a is equal to 1 meter per second square, f is equal to 1 newtons, then k is equal to 1. So f net is equal to 1 a. Like this you can derive how f is equal to ma. Okay, please note this. Okay, now we will discussing about Newton's third law of motion. So what is Newton's third law? Newton's third law is nothing simple. Every action there is equal and opposite reaction. That's it. What is every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So F is equal to minus F. That's it. Simple. So next we will discussing free body diagram. Okay. We will discussing some small example. Okay. In particular crash test, a car of mass 1500 kg collide with a wall. The initial and final velocities of the car are minus 15 I meter per second and final 5 I meter per second. If collision lasts 0.150 seconds, find impulse and find average force exert on the. So what is meant by impulse? Impulse is nothing but finite change in momentum during small interval of time. Okay. Momentum during small interval of time. So coming to the point, we have learned Newton's second law. What is that? F net is equal to dp by dt. Okay. So How can we write P? dP is equal to dt into F naught. Okay. So like this, P is nothing but product of force and time. So we have to substitute like that. So dt is nothing but change in time. That is nothing but T final minus T initial F naught. So dt minus uh, T final minus T initial. By using this formula, we have to calculate the impulse and average force. Average force is nothing but the force is equal to P by T. So delta P by delta T. That is the average force. We have to calculate. Delta T they have given already. So we have to find delta P. What is delta P? How can we find? Okay, we can find it. So coming to the point, whatever they have given initial velocity. So delta P initial is equal to mass into V initial. So what is mass? 1500 kg. What is V initial? Minus 50 meter per second. So 1500 into 15. Okay. 2500 kg meter per second. Okay. Minus. So now we have to find delta P final. M into V final. What is 1500 kg? What is V final? 5 initial 15,500 75 7500 kg meter per second. So now we have to subtract from delta P. So delta P is equal to P final minus P initial. What is P final? 7500 I kg meter per second minus 22500. Okay, we will write later on these units. Minus of minus 22500. What is 7500 22500 005410 013. So what is 30,000? Okay, 30,000 delta P is equal to 30,000 kg meter per second square. How can we write like this? 3 into 10 power 4 kg meter per second. Okay, this is delta P. Now we have to find average force. What is average force formula? F average is equal to delta P by delta T. So what is delta P? P into 10 power 4. What is delta T? They have given 0.150 seconds. So 150, 20 is 3. Okay. 20 into 10 power 4. So 2 into 10 power 5 kg meter per second square. That is nothing but newtons. 2 to 10 power per newtons. That's it. Okay, now let's discussing about free body diagram. Okay, free body diagram, simply called FBD. So, what is free body diagram? The free body diagram is nothing but we have to isolate that body from that system, and we have to indicate what are the contact forces between the surfaces, between the bodies. Simple. So, what is that? Mm, what is that? Isolated a system of the body. Isolated a body from the system. Isolated a body from the system and indicates contact forces. So, what are those? What are the contact forces? So, the contact forces is nothing but weight, normal force, tension force, weight, contact force means normal force, tension force, and fourth one spring, spring force, fifth one flexor force. Depends upon these forces, we have to draw free body diagram. Then now we will discuss how can we draw free body diagram. For suppose, firstly isolated a body from the system. Let us consider, let us consider, it is a body of mass m, this is the surface. So we have to isolate a body from the system. This is the system. We have to isolated this body, mass m. Isolated this body. How? This is mass m. Isolated. Okay. Now it indicates contact forces: weight, normal force, tension force, spring force, friction force. Here, what is about? Firstly, we were discussing about the weight. Okay, weight. How can we say what is the weight? Weight is always acting downward direction. So, what is this? Mass m and g. This weight. Simple. What about normal force? So, normal force is always pushing force. Okay, remember this thing. Always push force. And nothing but normal force is nothing but normal to the surface of the body. Simple. The force which is normal to the surface of the body. So how can we say the normal force depends from the surface? The normal force is like that. Okay, the normal force mass of block m to the surface is like this. I understand. So that normal force is like this way. Okay. So what about the tensile force? We will discuss in later. Firstly, we understand these two. Okay. Weight and normal force. So now understand weight. This is mass m and weight of the body mg. Normal force should be like this. Okay. Then what about if the plane is like inclined, mass is m. What about here weight and normal force? Angle theta, some angle theta. So the normal force should always be normal to the surface. So this is the plane surface. The normal force should be like this. This is always we have to take in as x-axis. Okay. Now what about weight? Weight should always be vertical direction. Vertically downward. Weight should always be vertically downward. Then here is a data. Then what about here? We have to, there is a mg, we have to resolve that component. So now we can resolve like this. This is also theta. So mg cos theta. This is like mg sin theta. Like this we have to draw. If the body should be like on inclined line. So now we are coming to the point tensile force. What is the tensile force? The tensile force is always pulling force. Means when you take two bodies, this is body mass m1, body mass m2. There is some connection with the threading. So what is the tension? How can you say it has some tension? So if a force is pulling each other, this is a point of, this point of means, this point of place, the tension should be like this. From this point of contact, tension should be like this. The tension is always pulling force. What about always pulling force? Let us say one example. Take one pulley. Pulley, you know pulley mass. Mass m2 m1. This is a pulley. How can we show here is a weight and a tension force? Weight should be here mg, m1g. What about tension? Tension from this point of contact, tension to show there, to direction, pulling from the direction. Here T. From pulley, tension should be like this. This is simple. That's it. So what about the spring force? From coming to the point of spring force should always be in opposite direction of the force. So simply, let's say some example. Spring force, if you take, there is a spring mass m. is a spring, mass M. Okay. So now you are applying some force like this. The acceleration also shows like that. Because of we have to apply the force. Then what about the spring force? The spring force which is opposite to the force. So here we can say like this. F is force proportional to STRE stretch, which is nothing but compression. F is equal to Kx. But here force is spring force is uh, opposite to the direction of the displacement. So minus Kx. We can write F is equal to minus Kx. Like that. And just we have to know these things by practicing the numericals. We can get clearly understand. Okay. So what about the friction force? Simply the normal friction force is nothing but the normal force which is always, suppose there is a block mass M. The normal force should always be normal to the surface. The friction force should always parallel to the surface. That's it. Okay. So that's it. Now we will do some examples then for better understanding. Okay. We will see one example from the answer. Here given the figure, find tension ABC. ABC. Okay. We have learned tension is always pulling force. Okay. Then what about here? Here the tension force from the contact point of the contacts TC. Okay. From here TA. From here TA. Here TB. Here also TB. Okay. Firstly, we have to draw free body diagram. So from the mass 30 kg has given, we have to draw free body diagram. So the free body diagram should be like that. Mg. So here another point is there. Upward force is equal to downward forces. Rightward force is equal to left forces. Okay. So now Tc is equal to mg. What is the m? 30. What is the v value? 10. V value 10. So 300 newtons. Tc. Tc is equal to 300. So what about Tb and Ta? Okay. Now consider about Tb. We have to resolve this Tb because Ta is on x-axis. Tc is on y-axis. No problem. We do not need reservation or component of this Tc and Ta. But we have to resolve the component of Tb. Okay. So now we have to resolve this thing. So 37. The angle is like 37. So here is the Tb. We have to resolve. Here is a 37. So This is TB cos 37. This is TB sin 37. Here is a 37, so here is a 37. Equal triangles. Okay. And then we have to T find. Now we have to find T. So TC we have find already. We have to find TA. So TA, how can we say rightward force is equal to leftward force. So TA is equal to, what is this? TB cos 37. So what about TB? We have to find TB also. So here we can resolve already. So TB sin 37 is equal to TC. Here there is a case. TB 37 is equal to sin 37 is equal to TC. We know the TC value, we have to substitute there. Okay. 3, 1 TB into sin 37. TC, what is TC? 300. Okay. Now here is another one. What about cos 37 and sin 37? We have to find this degrees. Simple trick, you have to remember this thing. You have to remember, here is a triangle. 37 degrees, 53 degrees. So opposite 3, big number 4, 5. What about sin 37? Sin 37 is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. So 3 by 5. So TB is equal to 3 by 5, 300. So TB is equal to 500. We found 500 of TB. What about TA? So we have to substitute 500 here. So TA is equal to TB 500. And what about cos 37? Cos 37 is 4 by 5. So 400. So TA is equal to 400, TB is equal to 500, TC is equal to 300. That's it. You have to find like this the tension. Okay. We will see another example. Now we have to find contact bodies. And the topic is contact bodies. So consider the two masses. This is surface, two masses, M1 and M2. You have to apply on this masses some force. Acceleration should be like this. Now we have to draw free body diagram. Firstly take M1. Here you take M2. Okay. Now, what about the so you have to apply the force and force. The normal reaction is always positive. So normal reaction this direction. Here normal reaction this direction. And acceleration A. Here also acceleration A. Acceleration is same, nothing change. So now you write on this diagram upward forces is equal to downward forces. You know, here rightward forces is equal to leftward forces. So left force is nothing but F naught is equal to F minus N, because of N is opposing the force. So F minus N. What is F naught? Newton's second law, MA. So here we mention M1. So M1A is equal to F minus N. So F is equal to N plus M1A. So coming to this diagram, so here is only the normal force, nothing force is there. So N is equal to M to A. We have to substitute this N into this. So then F is equal to M to A plus M1A. If you common the M2 plus M1. Then you have to substitute this. Then A is equal to M1 plus M2. So finally we got A, acceleration. We got acceleration. Now we have to substitute A in form in N. Then you can get N. So if you can substitute N is equal to M2 into A. F by M1 plus M2. It's simple. Okay. Now we have to do one example from this. Okay. Let's say, for example, M1 black is nothing but 1 kg M1 black. Okay. The force F 2 newtons. What about acceleration and normal? Okay. Now we have to substitute the formulas in this values. F is equal to 2. What is the A formula? A is equal to F by M1 plus M2. Then what is F is equal to 2 by 3. What about N? N is equal to, what is the formula? M into F by M1 plus M2. 2 by 3 into M2 value 2. 4 by 3. It's the same formula. The force is applying from this direction. What about the A and N? Okay. So 1 kg, 2 kg, applying a force 2 newtons from this direction. What about A and N? A is same. A is equal to A is equal to 2 by 3, same. But what about N? So now we have isolated the bodies and we have to draw free body diagram. Then we can get N. So now we have to draw. So 2 kg. Take 2 kg. The normal reaction like that. N force 2m. So 2 minus n is equal to 2 into a. Okay. Now consider 1 kg. The acceleration should be like this, and the normal force is like this. So n is equal to 1a. You have to substitute here. 2 minus 1a is equal to 2a. is equal to 3a. A is equal to 2 by 3. Here we got this. Like this, what about the n? We have to substitute the n value in this. What about n is equal to a? So you have to substitute. N is equal to 2 by 3. Here a is equal to 2 by 3 meter per second square and n is equal to 2 by 3 newtons. Here n is the newtons, n is normal force. Don't cancel n. Okay. You have to substitute here also, then you will get it. But the method is important. Okay. Now we will do another examples. Okay. Now we will discuss one problem. A particle of mass m is equal to 5 kg is at rest at x is equal to 0 at t is equal to 0. It is acted upon by two forces. These are the forces F1 and F2. So F1 is equal to 70 j cap newtons, which is mean y direction, and F2 is unknown. We don't know what is F2. So the particle experienced constant acceleration A. This particle experiences constant acceleration, which means uniform motion. So what is the third force? F3. We have to find F3 is required to make the acceleration of the particle is 0. Means now we have to find like this. He has to ask the particle experience constant acceleration A. What is the third force? F3 is required to make the acceleration of particle is 0. Means suppose we have to take like this, which is means F1 plus F2 plus F3 is equal to 0. Okay, mention 0. So now we have to find F3. So F3 is equal to minus of F1 plus F2. So now we have to find net forces F1 plus F2. Okay, from this given diagram we have to find F1 plus F2. We have to write like this. This is equation number 1, the number. So F1 plus F2 net forces is equal to MA. We know this formula, MA. So M they have given M is equal to 5 kg. We have to substitute 5 into A. So A they have given, but which direction it is acted on we don't know. So that's why we have to components. We have to know the components. So x direction of this A component is A cos theta. Y direction A sin theta. We have to divide the components. Okay. So now substitute here in this terms of A. So 5 into A x direction A cos theta I cap. A cos theta I cap plus A sin theta plus A sin theta j cap. A sin theta j cap. We have to substitute here. They have mentioned note sin theta is equal to 4 by 5, cos theta is equal to 3 by 5. Neglect gravity. We didn't calculate about gravity. Okay. Now we substitute for acceleration. What is the acceleration? Acceleration must be 10. Here they mentioned 10. 10 into what is cos theta? 3 by 5. 3 by 5 I cap plus 10 into what is sin theta? 4 by 5. 4 by 5 j cap. So 5 twos, 5 twos. So 5 into 2, 3, 6, 5 plus 8j, and here 5, 6, 30 I cap plus 40 j cap. We have found f1 plus f2. This f1 plus f2 we have to substitute f3. Then we can get. So we have to substitute f3. So f3 is equal to minus of f1 plus f2. So minus of 30i plus 40j. That's it. That is the answer. Simple. Firstly, we have to divide the component of A. Which directions should be acted? A x-axis. What is the axis on y-axis? We have to divide the components and substitute these formulas in this. Then we will get everything. Okay. We will discuss another problem. Now we have to find we have to discuss another more problem, which is we have to find we have to study first. Okay, a 50 kg person stands on 85 kg platform. So this is platform. This is platform. This is man. What is the man have mass? 50 kg. Okay. What is platform weight? 25 kg. He pulls on the rope which is attached to the platform via frictionless pulley. These are frictionless pulleys. Means which is means there is no friction between the edges. So the platform moves upward. So the platform moves like this direction at a steady rate with the force with which the person pulls the rope is. Means we have to find tension. Simple. We have to find tension. Firstly, we have to draw free body diagram. Then we will find easy. First, we have to draw. So we have to draw free body diagram from the given. So here is some tension force from the point of contact T. Here also T. Here 2T. Okay. T plus T plus T 2T. This is all the same rope. So there is a only same tension generation. So now we have to draw free body diagram simply. First we take platform. This is a platform. Here is a man. Man have some mg. Free body diagram. Weight mg. Okay. The platform have also some mg from the free body diagram. And the pulley is must be like this. So this is the 1 times 1, 2, 3. So the total tensions are 3D. So upward forces is equal to downward forces. So from this diagram we have to form one equation. Okay, we have to write here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 3 T's. So T plus T plus T is equal to mg plus mg. So mg plus mg. So here is 3T. What is mass m? M is equal to 50 kg. So 50 into g plus what is m? 25. Mention here 25. Okay, 25. 25 g. So g is nothing but 10. We have to take g is equal to 10. Okay. Then substitute. 3t is equal to 50 plus 25 into 10. Then t is equal to 75 by 3 into 10. So 3 times 25. So 25 into 10 is equal to 350 newtons. Simple. That's it. So we have to understand the problem firstly. Then we have to draw one free body diagram from the given question. We should understand firstly. So we know that free body diagram we have to mention the tensions firstly, the upward forces are. So then we can draw under the downward forces. The platform weight mg and then mass of the man also weight is mg. So we have to add upward forces is equal to downward forces. Simply like that. N is equal to mg. So n is equal to mg. Like this way we have to draw t plus t equal to mg plus mg. That's it. We have to substitute and given the values and we can get easily. The answer is t is equal to 250 newtons. That's it. So here find the tension in the string AB. This is the string AB loaded with weight W at the middle. So at the middle the weight W when AB is horizontal. So simply here also we have to find tension. Okay, now we will discuss how to solve. So they have given AB in the middle some weight W. So we have to draw like this. Whenever you, so firstly we mention the forces. A, this is B, this is some weight. So this weight should be this string downward direction. So like this. Okay. So the weight is like this. So from this horizontal AB, this is some angle theta. This is what some angle theta. So here the tension is generated from here. Which direction? This direction. From here also the tension is generated T. So we have to divide the components. Then we will substitute. Okay. So T is equal to, so this is T cos theta. T sin theta. From here also same. T cos theta, T sin theta. We don't want this x directions. We want y direction. So T cos theta is equal to W, sum of weight, the weight with W. So W means weight mg means Wg. Okay. Now we have to write upward forces is equal to downward forces. Then you will write T cos theta plus T cos theta because of two tensions are generated here because of we have to divide the components of T, which is one from A, which is another one is B. So T cos theta is equal to, this is some mg. M means mass. Mass here weight is W. So Wg. So here we have to substitute Wg. Then what is 2t cos theta? 2t cos theta is equal to Wg. So T is equal to Wg by cos theta. 2 cos theta. The mention when AB is at horizontal. Horizontal is nothing but theta is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, we have to substitute here. T is equal to WG by 2 into cos 90. What is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. So we substitute. T is equal to WG by 2 into 0. So WG into 0 is equal to infinite. So tensile force in between this infinity. Okay, we will discuss another problem from wedge construct. Okay. Now another concept is wedge construct. Okay. Wedge construct. So what is the wedge constraints? So suppose if you take two blocks, there is a two blocks A and B. These two blocks are moving with some constant acceleration A1 and A2 and velocity V1 and V2. These are must be equal. This means perpendicular to these two each other, normal to the perpendicular. So V1 is equal to V2 and A1 is equal to A2. Means you have to note the point here. To maintain, note this, to maintain surfaces in contact, velocity along contact velocity along to maintain surfaces in contact velocity along perpendicular direction to the surface. Perpendicular direction to the surface must be 0. Okay. Along perpendicular direction to the surface. Must be 0. So here to maintain surfaces, so we have to, if we want to find wedge constraint that maintain surfaces in contact. So okay, so to maintain surfaces in contact, velocity along perpendicular direction. So perpendicular direction to the surface. From the surface, this must be perpendicular direction to the surface must be 0. Okay. Now I will tell you another example for this. Now this. Okay. The example is like when you take two blocks. This is block M1 and M2. A1 acceleration and A2, sorry. This is moving like this, A2 acceleration. We have to find wedge constraint. From coming to the point, we have to draw free body diagram from M2. Firstly, we have to M2 or M1. First, we take M1 for M1. For M1, so we have to take the surface. So this surface, some angle theta. So surface should be like this, angle theta. So that is exactly surfaces to normal, this direction. Okay. So A must be like this, A1. So we have to divide the component, A1 component. So if we want to divide the A1 component, we have to know the angle. So here the angle is from here 90 degrees. This is theta. This is 90. This is 90 minus theta. This is theta. Angle is very important. So A1 here, A1 cos theta. So to here A1 sin theta. This is not important because of perpendicular. You know perpendicular. So A1 cos theta. Here perpendicular is equal to A1 cos theta. Remember. For M2, free body diagram. So take like this angle theta. Uh, this is normal. Okay. Here the acceleration should be like that direction. Okay. If it is the angle, this is also angle theta. So we have to divide the component A2. So if you divide the A2, then what is sorry. If it is the angle, this is the angle. Theta. If it is the angle, if it is the angle, this is also theta angle. So A2 is equal to A2 the components is must be A2 cos theta. This is A2 sin theta. So what is the perpendicular for this surface? A2 sin theta. We have to equal these two things. A1 cos theta is equal to A2 sin theta. Okay, equal. You have to equal. A2 sin theta is equal to A1 cos theta. Then A1 is equal to A2 sin theta by cos theta. Then A1 is equal to A2 tan theta. This is wedge constraint for this. Okay, now we will do one example. Here is your central problem. A block of mass 2 kg slides down the face of a smooth 45 wedge of the mass 9 kg. The wedge is placed on the frictionless horizontal surface. Determine the acceleration of the wedge. We have to find acceleration of the wedge. For suppose they have given, so this is the wedge, 9 kg wedge, and 45. The block of mass m is equal to 2 kg, and it is some acceleration a. So the wedge acceleration is a. Determine the acceleration of the wedge. For the wedge, we have to find the acceleration. Okay, we don't want to find the acceleration of the block of mass m, 2 kg. We have to find for the wedge. Okay, now we have to draw free body diagram for we will use another pen. Okay. For this is normal reaction m. So the weight mg. So if it is 45, this is also 45 the angle. So this must be angle theta 45. This is mg cos 45 horizontal. This is mg sin 45. Okay. Now coming to the point for acceleration here. The acceleration should be this direction. So if the angle is 45 here, at the same time the angle is 45 here. So this is ma, means we have to find determine the acceleration for wedge. So this is ML. This is all direction. So this is all the direct. This direction is ML. Okay. This is angle some theta 45 degrees. 45 degrees. 2 kg mass something. So this is ML. This thing MA cos 45. This is MA sin 45. Net forces. We have to find uh, free body diagram, and then we have to add the net forces. Then find the acceleration of the wedge. Okay. Now what is the forces acted upon upward forces is equal to downward forces. Then we will write like this. So M plus MA sin 45. Both forces are like this. MA sin 45. Okay. M plus MA sin 45 is equal to what is this? Mg cos 45. Mg cos 45 degrees. We know M plus MA. What is 45? 1 by root 2. Mg. What is sin cos 45? 1 by root 2. Okay. Now for the wedge. For the wedge. For wedge. For wedge. So this is perpendicular direction. This perpendicular n is equal. N means n means right. N cos 45 degrees is equal to MA. Okay. N cos 45 degrees is equal to MA. So here for which sorry, here MA is small a, sorry, by mistake, because of here the acceleration should be like this. So MA is equal to small a. For the wedge, M cos 45 is equal to M capital A. For the wedge, so L 45 means L is equal to 1 by root 2 is equal to MA. Okay, so you have to substitute this equation in this two equation in one. Then you will find. Okay, we will solve it. Okay. We will continue to solve this. So here they have mentioned and they have given. So n is equal to mg cos 45. M means here 2 kg. 2. G means 10. Cos 45 means 1 by root 2. Minus MA. M means 2. Into A means we don't know A. Sin 45 1 by root 2. So 2 by root 2 comma 10 minus A. So you have to equal this thing. So here n is equal to m means 9 into A into root 2. We have to substitute there. So 9 root 2 A is equal to 2 by root 2 10 minus A. Then 2 9 into 2 A is equal to 2 into 10 minus A. 2 to cancel. 9A is equal to 10 minus A. So 10A is equal to 10. A is equal to 1 meter per second. So whenever we solve like this, then we will get the answer 1 meter per second. Okay.